And then Jared Allen's been like that, I think, since he came in the league. To be honest,
He's
he may not
game.
have had the weight. Yeah. So that to me kind of rubbed off. You saw that poise throughout throughout the rest of the team, but that moment right there typified what I saw was the difference tonight in between mindsets of the two teams, where Philly, they were grasping at straws almost, and Brooklyn had it in their hand all along.
No, I love that. I love that. That definitely was something I noticed as well. Sam?
So I'm going to go pretty simple. I thought that the little run that Harris went on in both the third and fourth quarter was just kind of pouring cold water on any little run that Philly was going to go on. And I think if Harris doesn't hit a couple of those threes, even like as we all know, like with the way that the NBA works and how fast a league can evaporate, there's a big difference between leading by 11 and leading by 14 and 14 and 17. And I thought Harris put like every single insurance into that game to make sure they had it.
Indeed. Great choice. Excellent choice. I don't even mean to cheer you on. I don't want to be the soccer mom just cheering on anything you do. You kick an own goal. Oh, that was excellent for him. No, that was actually really great, Sam. Now, Sam, going right back to you, just to close this out. Tonight, what player typified why the result of this game tonight?
There's a lot of different. I was going back and forth because Harris is a good choice, Jared Allen's a good choice. I mean, I honestly thought it was just such a nice team effort generally. Now I kind of sound like the soccer mom, but
nobody gets awards. We're all winners.
Yeah, I guess I would probably go. I guess I'd probably go Joe Harris because I thought he really put his statement on it. But I thought the combo of LeVert and Allen clearly viewed this game as okay, who cares that the two top guys are out? Like, we're still here, and so I guess those are the. Now I'm giving three guys, so I'm giving a trophy to almost everyone. But
that's a cop out. I'm gonna let you do it tonight, but never do that again.
No, I'll never do it again. Just such a beautiful.
I'm great win. Accountable to that one too, Sam.
All right, D-Rock, you next.
All right, so I'm going to say Karis LeVert. I like TLC because he was active, he was persistent. But I'm going to say Karis LeVert. The reason why is because this game needed somebody to take it over and pretty much to close it out. And to me, it was Karis LeVert that basically said, we're not losing this game tonight. And if I had to say who was trying to do that on the other end, it wasn't even the two big stars. To me, it was Shake Milton.
Oh, yeah.
And the problem with that was for Philly, I don't think Shake Milton got enough shot attempts. I think he only got 13, but he made 8 of them. I go look that up real quick. But Karis LeVert pretty much took this game in his hands and said, we're not going to lose. He was engaged. His mental perseverance, the extra efforts, everything. That to me is why I'm giving this reward to Karis.
Karis is not a bad choice. To take us home, I want to talk about just the type of player that every team that's going to win a championship needs. It's not the third superstar. It's not the defensive stopper. It's a guy who's going to give you winning plays no matter how you deploy him. And that's Joe Harris, especially tonight. Not only because Joe Harris led the Nets, didn't lead the Nets in minutes, but he was second in minutes. Harris gave him 32 tonight. Joe Harris gave us 28, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. This dude, man, Sam, a theme that we have, an ongoing theme that we have is about willingness and as a part of selflessness. Like you can be thinking about your teammates, uh, uh, first, but not doing the right things. Willingness shows that you're willing to do the right things necessary to win, and Joe Harris exemplifies that. He came off the bench and just took the game by its throat. For as much as the roses we threw at Karis LeVert and Jarrett Allen tonight, and even Torian Prince and Jeff Green, who both played very good tonight. You don't win if Jeff Green and Torian Prince don't get 13 and 14 respectively. Not to mention, Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot's 9. But Joe Harris just doing a little bit of everything the entire game is what is going to lead us to a championship. Sometimes you have eccentric stars like Kyrie Irving. Sometimes you have mercurial stars like Kevin Durant, who really, Kevin Durant don't really want to talk to you like that. But having a guy like Joe Harris at being the bedrock of a team, being steady, and like my man D-Rock said tonight, availability is an important ability. There's no doubt about it. And Joe Harris is dependable. He does a little bit of. He's not just a floor spacing 3-point shooter. Joe Harris is a winning complement to anything you put on the floor, and I say had the most to do with why we won tonight. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask one question before I let you go. I know we're going long. It always seems to go this way.
All good.
Sam, beating the Sixers tonight, does that mean anything towards winning a championship? In terms of, let me draw out the question a little bit more. In terms of, we didn't have Kyrie, we didn't have KD, and we put a beating on the top team in the league right now. Does it mean anything?
So I don't think I think for the Nets themselves, I don't think it means anything. I think we learned a lot. I think we're learning a lot, or maybe we're not learning anything, but it's reinforcing a lot what we already thought about the Sixers. That's what I thought about today. And given that we've all been thinking that the Sixers may have to be the team to beat in the East, and who knows if they do a Harden trade, whatever it is, if the team stays like this, I think it's clear that this Nets team, even without their 2 top guys, is just not intimidated by them.
I want to argue with you, but I can't. D-Rock, argue with Sam. Disagree with him. Take us out with some disharmony. What do you think about that? Is it mean that no KD, no Kyrie? Does it mean anything?
It does, because it's more evidence for Nash to figure out what's necessary to win a championship. And look what happened tonight. No KD, so you're not going to play small ball. You played bigger. Jeff Green at the 4, Torian Prince at the 3, keeping Torian at the 3. Joe Harris off the bench once again. Bruce Brown, he had impact, not necessarily on the stat line, but that's another component. Like when you look at Joe Harris, Sam, you said something about him putting cold water on the fires that Philadelphia was starting. Does that mean that Joe Harris is now the fireman off the bench? That's a good question for Sean Marks, or not Sean Marks. Well, actually, yeah, for Sean Marks and Steve Nash to talk about.
Right, you could go either way. They're like opposite players. For me, I like Brown off the bench because I think they need another ball handler on the second team. I think Torian Prince and Landry Shamet can't get their own offense, so you need a guy like Bruce Brown besides Karis LeVert to get those guys the ball. But there it goes. You pulled me down a rabbit hole I didn't mean to go down. Go ahead, finish up, D-Rock.
Yeah, no, but because now I'm thinking now, does that make Karis LeVert our official backup point guard? Because I did like that idea, and that's why I like Chioza a bit more than even Tyler Johnson, because I see Chioza, even though he's small in stature, he's a liability a bit more on the defensive end, but I saw him more as a facilitator. So you could have played Karis off ball and have him operate like that, which gives him another avenue to attack a team rather than just having the ball and always looking to penetrate and do what he does with the ball. So it's just more evidence for Steve Nash to look at and figure out what's going to work, what needs to work, what he needs to not do. Which is, that small ball crap. It looks like that's going away sooner than we probably anticipated it would. But I'm glad to see it.
No, I'm happy to see it too. D-Rock, tell them where they could reach you at on Twitter again.
Yep, my handle is D-Rock, D-ROCK. That's simple. Nice looking picture with me and standing in front of a car. That's it.
The classic, the Irving classic pose.
Yep. There you go.
Yo, it's been a pleasure, my man. My other partner, remind them where they can find you on Twitter.
Samuel Lachow, LACHOW. By the way, we should let the people know, even though they'll listen to this later, and I'm sure they'll see on Twitter, but it looks like Seth Curry had a positive test of corona, so the Sixers are now staying in New York. Sixers are staying in New York tonight and are doing contact tracing, but the Nets are still flying to Memphis, so we'll see what happens.
What? How does that make sense? Didn't we get exposed to the Sixers themselves?
No, I mean, I have no idea how the NBA does this, but so that was literally just reported a minute ago.
Oh, Jesus.
So maybe Kyrie knew something that we didn't.
Maybe
there
he
you
did.
go.
He's like, you know what? I saw Seth Curry at the rally yesterday.
It was the sage. The sage he was burning. The sage told him to stay away.
The sage lets him know when evil lurks.
There we go.
Gentlemen, we are the front office New York City's, your fan-centric New York basketball podcast. Although we do seem to talk all Brooklyn Nets, I promise you I'll get in a little Knicks as time goes on. But we have done the damn thing tonight. D-Rock, thank you again. Samuel, as always, we are the front office.
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Peace.